Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is qualifying in race number 15 of the NRLOA Napa Truck Series, season number 4. We are here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for tomorrow's Harrah's High Roller 400K. Going to be a 34-lap race tomorrow here around this 1.5 mile racetrack alongside Alex Bonsignor for this one. Do you think qualifying is going to play a major factor into who wins tomorrow's race?
Oh, without a doubt, it's going to be a major factor because, especially with now about 4 races left in the season, you have to figure out this is your game plan. Where you have to qualify is a big, major importance, and it'll also factor within the race because you don't know if you're going to start up front and you can be able to have an easy way to get a win, or if you're going to start in the back and be a little more difficult to try and work your way through the field.
Yes, I will say this racetrack is an easy one to work your way from the back to the front. However, a lot of passing happens here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, so it's not going to be as much of a factor as it is at places like Bristol. Remember, you were with me with that Bristol race, and where you started was essentially determining whether you won the race or not. Here, it's going to be a lot different, and fastest driver right now, number 33 car of Trey Bartow. Now William Brock in the 5, who is fastest. And it's going to be like this. It's been like this in every qualifying session we've done this season, where that top spot has changed very frequently early on, and then about 3/4 of the way through, we get our guy to start on the pole.
Yeah, and this it's quite a complex qualifying effort. It just really depends on when you go out on track. And if you look at some of these trucks and these cars, drafting is relied on a lot on these 1.5-mile tracks and more. So, of course, being at Vegas here, you see where William Brock is at the moment. He's getting his game plan set as he's right in front of the 88 truck here. He's picking up the draft off of that truck and is focusing to try and make sure to put in a faster lap.
Number 4, Marty Johnson just went to the top of the board, and 29.789 for his lap time. Jack Cabarrus and Tanner Palau. Actually, sorry. Yeah, Tanner Palau's in the 47. I can't ever remember anymore. William Brock just went back to the top, however, and that's a good sign for that number 5 team, because if you can get your way to the front multiple times throughout a qualifying session, most likely you definitely are the fastest guy. Trying to locate the number 5 of William Brock on the racetrack, having a difficult time doing that. There he is. He's drafting off the 88 here of Zach Ryan, and that's probably why I got a good lap time. Number 75 of Ryan Kendall, up to the 3rd position when he moved up. But it's now Adam Lewis, Matt Delio, and Ryan Kendall rounding out the top 5.
Yeah, and this is drafting coming into a big factor here in qualifying. You can also see it happening in the race as well. That's why on a lot of these 1.5-mile tracks, you see a lot of passing. It's the draft that really shows.
In the 05, top of the board for the 05 Zaxby's truck, with Matt Dalio in 3rd and Matt Tuck in 2nd, with Tanner Palau and Nathan Stapleton. Now the 28 truck of Al Lagasse and Cameron Gaju to the top of the board, with the 49 of Donovan Dufit, Nicholas Wade, the top 3.
Yeah, it's really great to see a lot of these people like Cameron Gaju and all these guys. It's people you don't usually see at the top of the board on a weekly basis. Now they're fighting for the top because of all this drafting that's going on.
Cameron Gaju, a veteran driver here on Napa Fan. It's been a while since he's really run strong, but looking pretty good for him now. Marty Johnson looking good as well. That's the 2nd time he's been to the top of the board, and he's now the fastest driver here in qualifying. So yeah, the drivers who would be making it on to the show as unchartered would be Matt Tuck in the 45, Nathan Stapleton in the 23, Tanner Palau in the 47, and the 30 of Adam Lewis. So those are the 4 drivers right now who would qualify their way into the Harrah's High Roller 400K.
And that's a really good job right there for a lot of those drivers like Nathan Stapleton and others. They're really trying to do all they can because, as you said before, they're non-charter teams, so they're going to qualify as quick as they can, try and put in the best lap to focus on the race.
Here is the number 99 of Eric Monaco, our last winner here in the Napa Truck Series. I'm not entirely sure where Monaco is in the points, but he's up there with a chance. Now, we only have 4 races left to go in the championship, and only 3 drivers can take the points lead, can be the points leader exiting this race at the end of the day tomorrow. So it's really spread out up top. Alex Bonsignor with the points lead, 348 points. Cookie Helms, he's been very quiet this season, and there he is in the number 29. And he has found his way second in the points, only 17 behind. And Alexander O, who was the points leader for a majority of the midway point of this season, is 35 points behind. Nicholas Amadio with a chance. He's 4th in the points, 52 points behind. If he could get a good run this weekend, I'd expect him to possibly get a chance at the championship. But it's closing in really fast, and it's almost looking like it's going to be a 3-horse race for this championship between Bonsignor, Helms, and Rowe. John Arndt in the 05, 6th fastest right now. Here's the number 45 of Matt Tuck. He's still currently going to move on to the show. One of the drivers that moved his way up, that is John Sheets in the 87. And I believe the 87 is the fastest uncharted driver with Matt Tuck, Nathan Stapleton, and the number 47 of Tanner Palau being the 4 drivers who would qualify on at the moment. So Marty Johnson, fastest here in Las Vegas. And at the moment, looks like he's going to be starting on the pole for tomorrow's Harrah's High Roller 400-kilometer race. You got the 02 of Nicholas Wade, 2nd fastest. The number 6 of Cameron Gaju, 3rd fastest. The number 49, that is Donovan Duthity, is 4th fastest right now. And there he is. And then it's the 28 of Al Legacy, 5th fastest. So a lot of the fast guys right on each other on the racetrack right now. John Arndt, Patrick Smith, Emily Anderson, John Sheets, and Matt Tuck, the top 10. Marty Johnson, the fastest guy here in qualifying so far. And, we don't have any lap info for this, unfortunately, but still, look at the guys back in here. And for Alex Bonsignor, who's the points leader coming into this race, he is right now 39th fastest. That would garner him a 35th starting position for tomorrow's race. Definitely not what he wants in that number 18. A slow lap right there. And it does appear that he's having some issues there in that 18. But like I said earlier on, Las Vegas is a place where you can work your way from the back to the front pretty easily. But like with Alex said earlier on, where you qualify does have a big effect on who wins the race, and the farther up you start, the most likely you are to get the win, and that's what Alex Bonsignor wants to do later on in this season. If you get a win this late in the season as the points leader, that almost solidifies your spot as the champion. Not quite, but it's going to really give it to you very easily if you can in fact do so. So that's what Alex Bonsignor wants to do, but for someone like Cookie Helms in the 29, he is currently, I can find him here on the list, got a lot of numbers. The number 29 is 29th fastest. He's a little bit farther ahead than the 18. Alexander Rowe in the 22 is 20th fastest, so opportunity for those guys to gain advantages on the 18, and if one of those guys were to get the win, they could leave the points leader here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The guy who would love to get the win, get his 2nd win of the season, would be Marty Johnson, and right now he's going to be in the best position to do so starting for tomorrow's event. Fastest driver here in qualifying, the 29.223. That is 6 1,000ths faster than the 02 of Nicholas Wade. Now Legacy, one of those fast guys there in the number 28. The 02 is fast as well. Cameron Gaju in the number 6. It's been, I believe, since Season 1 of the Napa Truck Series since Cameron Gaju has won in this series. But he might have a good opportunity at victory tomorrow. And a great run for John Arnhem this session, 6th fastest. Now, that team isn't going to win the championship, but they'd definitely love to end this season on a high note. And they could possibly get the victory tomorrow. If they can get that 6th place starting position to work, they might be able to work their way to the front and possibly steal the victory in tomorrow's 34-lap event. So Emily Anderson, right now running in the 8th position. She's kind of had a tough season, but she tends to get these wins later on in these series. She got her first career win in the Hers Dash Series at Indianapolis. I believe that was kind of late in the season. And in the Aero Electric Pro Series, she got 2 wins that season. They both kind of happened midway and late through the season. Almost won the championship, but could not hold them all off. And Blaine Keys was able to take it away from her. And speaking of Blaine Keys, he's right in front of her, excuse me there, in the number 21. But the guy here in this session is Marty Johnson in the number 4. Coming down the pit lane here, I believe he's going to hold on to it. The time will run out, and that will do it for qualifying in the Harrah's High Roller 400-kilometer race. The driver who's going to start on the pole for tomorrow's race will be Marty Johnson in the number 4, alongside Nicholas Wade, Cameron Gaju, Donovan Duthit, Al Legacy, John Art, Patrick Smith, Emily Anderson, John Sheets, and Matt Tuck. Nathan Stapleton, Tanner Palau will advance on and race tomorrow. Adam Lewis, Ace Garcia, Jonathan King, and Eli Bright all failed to qualify for tomorrow's event. Have a tie between Cookie Helms. Actually, no, we don't have a tie between Cookie Helms and Diego Yepes. So no problem there. I believe we got a tie between Ryan Kendall and Tristan Allen. We're going to have to check and see who's higher in the points. I believe it is Tristan Allen, so Allen will most likely start ahead of the number 75. And I believe we got one more tie there between Emily Anderson and John Sheets. We're actually going to have to check for that one as well. John Sheets might be ahead of Emily Anderson in the points. So you might see a little bit of change, but for the most part, that's how they're going to line up for tomorrow's race here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Marty Johnson on winning the pole, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Harrah's High Roller 400K from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I will see you guys later.